almost not morning. This is what I look like when I wake up in the morning. This week's video is different from the usual. I thought I would do like a day in my life style vlog situation and then answer some questions to introduce myself more or less. So I got some questions from people on my Discord. I will have an invite link to my Discord if you feel like joining us over on the greenhouse, which is what it's called. But yeah, I got some questions from people over on my Discord, and I thought I'd answer them throughout the day and take you throughout my day. Today is slightly different. I don't have any classes. It's Friday, and one of my classes got canceled, so I figured today is a good day to take you throughout my life. So I'm waking up very late because I don't have any classes. I went to sleep very late throughout this week, so it was nice to get a few hours of extra sleep. I also considered setting up my tripod and faking getting out of bed the way that many YouTubers do in these day in the lifestyle videos. However, I am not a good enough actor to make that look real, and it felt a little overly cheesy for me, so yeah. My camera battery is blinking red though, so I'm gonna take a break from vlogging and charge my camera battery, and I'll catch you up when it's all charged. Alrighty, since you've seen me last, I've taken a shower, changed my clothes, done some tidying, not all my tidying, and I figured while I'm waiting for my tea to boil in our kettle, I would answer some questions off of the Discord. Alright. So Bree asked me, what are your favorite and least favorite parts about graphic design school? I'm actually in industrial design school. There is some confusion there because I work in graphic design and marketing, but I actually study industrial design or product design. But yeah, my favorite part is the fact that I've just been able to gain an incredible toolkit for working creatively. I think that the skills that come with industrial design are, well, first of all, they're incredibly expansive. So you learn graphic design, you learn illustration, you learn marketing, you learn entrepreneurial skills, you learn the basics of business models. You don't do a deep dive into like business analytics or anything like that. You learn the basic of business models. You also learn drawing, model making, CAD rendering, Photoshop, CAD modeling. I said CAD rendering, but you also do CAD modeling. And so you learn both concrete, like physical skills, as well as digital skills, as well as theories and ways of thinking. I also think that there have been quite a few classes that I've taken that have really expanded my mind when it comes to universal design. And in general, I think that it's broadened my perspective of how I approach not only designing products, but consuming products. So that's definitely been my favorite part, is just the fact that I've been able to learn so much through one degree, and it's all included in my core curriculum. And then on top of that, I get to take really fun electives. But least favorite parts, CAD. I hate doing computer-aided design. It's just so nitpicky and so precise, and I'm not intrinsically a technologically advanced person. And in general, I'm not trying to be an industrial designer in my life. As glad as I am that I did this through school, because there are just so many skills that I wouldn't have picked up. Like I got to really hone woodworking and model making and learning more about sewing and wood and foam and all of these things. My camera battery died. But as I was saying, yeah, it is too much for me to think about trying to CAD model to the degree that I would need to if I was doing it for a career. So, in general, I don't want to be an industrial designer. It's one of the reasons I'm doing this. I want to be an artist and an illustrator, and I like making online content. I think it's fun. It does stress me out. I'm just also just a very stressed out person, but I like doing this. I also, when I changed my battery, also went and made my tea. So I'm just waiting for it to steep a little bit longer before I drink it and cool down. Tesla asked me, what's your favorite color? My favorite color is red. I just like how bright and bold it is. More of like a really bright vermilion kind of red is my favorite color. I just think it's so appealing. Yeah. The story behind that is I used to get really sick like 3 times a year, starting in like middle school. Yeah, like late middle school, I started getting really sick multiple times a year, and I was coming out of it once, and I just remember feeling like finally there was a day when I got out of bed and like finally my like 104 fever had broken, and I was just excited to be like up and at 'em again, and it prompted me to just really want to wear the color red to feel and like present myself as really strong and bold and healthy. So yeah, but I've loved it ever since. Something dangerous you did as a kid. Oh, this is from Seabree. Seabree asked me, what's something dangerous you did as a kid? Once I wandered off. We were over at a family friend's house, and they had like a lot of like neighborhood kids that I had become friends with throughout just like my childhood after. So these were people who used to be our neighbors. They moved out to more a suburban area, and we went to go visit them. And at some point I was just kind of like riding around on a scooter outside, and then they invited me to like come hang out in the backyard, and like I think we were playing with Nerf guns or something. And yeah, anyways, I wandered off completely by myself without telling anyone, and sent my parents and our family friends all into a tizzy because they thought that I had been kidnapped. So that was probably something that was dangerous potentially, because I wandered off without telling anyone. I guess more like physically dangerous. I used to climb a lot of trees. I used to just like to climb things, and I did not take into account the fact that it could be dangerous. As a child, I was just kind of like, that's a tree or that's a wall or something, and I would just climb it. I used to spend a lot of time up on the roof of our garage. Tesla then asked me, second favorite color? Second favorite color would probably be like a warm yellow for similar reasons. I like a golden deep, and I think in the terms of paint colors often, so it's what falls under deep yellow, or in between a deep yellow and a yellow ochre is a color I like. Not quite as brown as mustard yellow, but like a yellow, a slightly muted deep yellow color is my second favorite color. I mean, if you look at my art, you can tell my favorite colors pretty easily. I use them a lot. So things like vermilion, deep yellow, olive greens, sage greens, teals. I like warmer colors, so even for things like blue, I work more in the scales of teal blues and olive greens, basically just adding yellow and red to colors. I don't use a lot of purple. Purple was my favorite color when I was really little. I think I just kind of got sick of it, and so I haven't liked purple since I was really little. But I feel like I'm getting back into it. Sophie McPike's work, she uses a lot of purple in her work, just purples and magentas and pinks a lot. And I'm just thinking of particularly there's this painting. I'll probably comment on her Instagram and ask her if I can repost it, but otherwise I'll link the post in the description. But if I can repost it, it's here. Hopefully this isn't burning. And that painting I think about a lot. I don't know why. It's one of those things that lives rent-free in my brain. Sophie McPike's work in general for me is like peak, beautiful, flowy paint like mind-blowing amazingness. And so yeah, I think about that a lot. I was actually watching, while I was waiting for my camera battery to charge, I was watching her most recent YouTube video. I have quite a few more questions, however, I need to eat some food. So I'm gonna take a break from answering questions, drink my tea, eat some food, and catch you in a little bit. Go this way, please. Thank you. Ugh. My face is covered in fur now. I'm back. I printed off a birthday card. This is since I print them always in sets of 2. This is what it looks like. I realize you're in a mirror, so there we go. There it is, forward. Yeah. I did it digitally, but I did it with Adobe Fresco and the live water brushes, and they are beautiful, and I am not in focus. Hello. There you go. You're in a mirror because this is the only way that I can both see the viewfinder of the camera and yeah, have it be focused on me at the same time. So here we are. I just have been dealing a lot with the whole, while editing, I realized that half the footage that I want to use is blurry. Since this is vlogging, it's very hard to replicate things that happened months ago. So here I am in the mirror. But anyway, I am just figuring out the rest of my afternoon. I'm planning on streaming later, which I'm excited about. But right now I need to, I just need to make a list. I skipped doing this week in my bullet journal, which was a terrible decision since I had so much to do. But I know that I have a lot of things for my shop update, which I have decided to push back. I wanted to do it on the 15th. I can't. I don't have any product photos done. I still need to do backing cards. I still need to do the listings. There's just way too much to do. I've had so much to do in regards to doctor's appointments and school presentations. It's presentation week. I had 4 presentations this week, which was not fun. I have 2 more next week, as well as a project due. So it's just been not in my favor to get this done for this week, which is okay. Thankfully, my business is small. It is not my only source of income, and it's still unfortunate. I was trying to be 100% okay with it. I'm still not, and that's okay. I figured I'd answer some questions while I'm doing this. So let's go. I'm going back to my Discord here on my computer. Where did we leave off? Second favorite color. Anyways, I just talked about all my favorite colors. But my biggest dream in life, Bree asked me what my biggest dream in life is, which is a very difficult question to answer. I would definitely say I am a dreamer type. I like making long-term plans. I'm a big planner, and even when those plans change, I feel like I'm always someone who's tried my best to have a plan. And so I definitely have been struggling recently because I've been rethinking a lot of things. Obviously, I went to school with the full intention of graduating, being an industrial designer, all of that. But I realize now I just don't feel like I would have the most fulfilling career doing that. I think I would have a really hard time. I think it would be something that I would struggle with significantly, just to constantly be under that amount of stress, and just the fact that I don't enjoy that work that much. I wouldn't be fulfilled by it, and I know that I'm it's very privileged to have the expectation that I'm fulfilled by my work, but I want to lead a happy life, even if it's not always the most monetarily successful that it could be. I'm willing to do kind of, I don't know, just less glamorous jobs in order to remain happy. And I know that I like working in a restaurant. I know that I like working in the food industry. I know I like working customer service jobs. And so even though I feel like I come from a background where, more white collar type jobs are the expectation, I need to let go of that for myself. It's just something that if I hold that as the expectation for myself, I'm going to be really unhappy. Even if I get to that point, I just don't think that working an office job or working in a typical white collar type career is my destiny or future, if I want my destiny and future to be a happy one. My biggest dream in life is to lead a creative, satisfying, happy life full of being outside, having good close friends and family, and I feel like I don't want to connect a career to that right now. I feel like a lot of people ask you what your dream in life is, and it's always connected to how you're making money, how you're progressing in society. But right now, I am coming around to a point where I just want to focus on being happy, promoting joy, and fostering good communities and relationships among people. I just want to be connected to people. I want to be connected to nature. I really love being outside. It's the number one thing in my life that, without a doubt, never fails to bring me a lot of joy and mental clarity. So this is very hippy-dippy of me, but yeah. Right now, my biggest dream in life is to just continue on doing whatever makes me happy. Obviously, like, money is a part of that, because I live in, we live in capitalist society, and so in order to like make sure that all my needs are met and to be happy, it does require money. But I'm not attaching kind of a career to that. I think that I'd be very happy working in a bakery or a coffee shop or a restaurant, or doing any kind of customer service role and freelancing and doing my art on the side until it can be a full-blown career. I'm gonna keep grinding at it to keep working, but I'm actively trying to let go of hustle culture. It's very, very difficult for me. It's so deeply ingrained. So yeah, I'm working on it. That was a long and pretty convoluted answer to that question, but Fox asks me, what inspired you to start creating art? I don't know. I've been creative my whole life. I've always loved art. I've always loved making things. I wanted to be a fashion designer for the largest portion of my younger life. All of the careers I've ever wanted, except for a brief stint of wanting to be a children's psychologist. I wanted to have creative freedom in my life. And so, yeah, from the youngest portion of my life, I wanted to be a fashion designer and design clothing and apparel. However, I don't like the fashion industry. It's one of the most destructive environmentally. I think there's a lot of problems that in our society when it comes to social hierarchy, body image, and all of the kind of exclusivity that's ever been attached to it, that is deeply rooted in the fashion industry. And so I just decided I didn't want to be a part of it. So thus I started pursuing industrial design. First, for a brief stint, I think in high school, I wanted to be a photographer, a freelance photographer. I love photography, but I haven't done it in a while. And yeah, so what inspired me to start creating art is childhood. I think as children, we have a natural tendency to be creative. Not everyone, but some people. I would say the majority of people grow up and then they're told by society to leave that behind. And I was lucky. My parents never forced me to leave my artistic passion behind. So I guess what inspired me to create art is childhood. There's still the childish wonder of putting pen to paper and making things that I love. So. Mercer asked me my favorite baked good. I don't love sweet things. I love a good pie, but I'm not a big cake person. I basically it has to have, for me to enjoy something that's on the scale of Milo, off the printer, please, Baba. Off the printed, please. Please. No. Oh, I don't like when you go on that. But yeah, I don't like sweet things all that much. I mean, they need to have a very careful balance of sweet and tart and flaky in texture. I don't like cake. I'll eat it if it's someone's birthday, but I never like have a deep hankering for a cupcake or something like that. So my favorite baked goods are probably savory baked goods. Like I love like a savory croissant or like a spanakopita, or I really like things that are flaky and buttery. Like a good laminated pastry is amazing. So yeah, those are probably my favorite baked goods. Or pie. I like pie because pie has almost always has a good balance between sweet and acidity and fruity and things like that. Only fruit pies. Not a big fan of cream-based pies, so I don't like lemon meringue or key lime. I'm allergic to coconut, so I've never had a coconut cream pie. Chocolate cream pies, not really into it. But yeah, a good fruit pie, like an apple pie, or my favorite would be strawberry rhubarb, that kind of thing. Favorite ice cream flavor? Yeah, once again, not that into sweet things. So favorite ice cream flavor, I like a good sorbet because they have a good amount of tartness to them. I'm also actively trying to be actively, it sounded very Midwestern. I'm actively trying to not eat as much dairy. But in the past, like for like kind of straight up ice cream, anything that's really like homemade or home churned, like a good butter pecan or a coffee Heath bar were like kind of my old favorites. Who's your biggest role model? I would say it's hard because I feel like people think of like role models when it comes to careers, and I don't know if I necessarily have a career role model, but for who I want to be as a person, I want to be like the rest of my family. I would say my older brother is one of the biggest role models that I have. He is incredibly hardworking and kind. He is a deeply kind person who cares so much about doing the right thing, more than I would guess, more than anyone I've ever met, at least, and more than myself for sure. And he is incredibly hardworking. Anything that he's ever had a setback with, he just keeps going. He keeps pushing, and he knows that if he keeps working, he can get where he wants to go, and he does. I really admire that trait in him, and just his genuine kindness and caring. So I would say my brother is for who I want to be as a person. Yeah, my older brother. I have great admiration for my mom. My mom is incredible. She is such a hard worker as well. I mean, this is also just a general thing that I want to be. It's of my role models. All of them are hard workers. I feel like I grew up more or less kind of lazy, and a lot of that has to do with mental health stuff for sure. I have dealt with depression for a really long time, anxiety, OCD, so obsessive compulsive, and so and a lot of that hindered my ability to work really hard in the way that I want to, in the way that I admire, and so yeah. My mom is an incredibly hard worker. She has worked really hard in her career and provide for her family. She cares so deeply about her family, and I do too. That's where I get it from both my parents. They're both really smart. She's also just so freaking smart. My mother is a brilliant woman. Her ability to retain information is astounding. Same with my dad. They're both just sponges for knowledge, different kinds of knowledge for sure. Yeah. And my dad, yeah, I love my family. So like my dad is a really smart dude, and he
his pursuit of knowledge is endless. He just loves it. Like, he spends his free time reading, like, really in-depth articles, whereas if I can avoid that kind of thing, I do. It's just like, it's not the kind of thing that relaxes me or satisfies me in any kind of way, and so I'll read them when I need to for school, or if there's like a particular subject that I really am interested in learning more about, but in general, it's not something I enjoy doing. But he reads like a sponge, and he absorbs all of it. I love when my dad sends me articles. He emails me articles sometimes, mostly from Open Culture, because that's where he reads and understands creative stuff. And so he's one of those people who also is just like really good at paying attention to certain things, and will send me things that he knows that I'll be interested in, based on like kind of like somewhat niche topics. And also we like to talk photography together. And then my younger brother is just like, he's kind of funky and really kind of marches to his own beat a lot of the time, especially when he was really, really little. He kind of just did his own thing, and made everything his own. He also is absolutely brilliant when it comes to like spatial stuff. When he was little, he used to build these giant towers and cities out of just like plain wooden blocks that we had. We have a huge set of them from when we were little, from when my mom was little. So we kind of like combined these two huge collections, and he used to build these insane like skyscrapers to the ceiling. And then he has since converted that to digital building and builds creatively in Minecraft all the time. His Minecraft city, he's been working on it for years. It's insane. It's like so detailed. He will just look at a picture of just a piece of like ancient architecture. I think he built a replica of the Colosseum just like looking at pictures, and of sports arenas and of ancient monuments and things like that. Which is just stunning to me. I definitely think more 2D than 3D. Learning to think 3D is something I had to learn through my major, but it comes so naturally to him, and it's so impressive. And he can also navigate the whole world without a map. He'll be like, oh, look at this thing, and like marches his little character over it, like through the sky, and like finds it. And I'm amazed by him and his just general ability to build things. And he is probably more creative than I am. He would never admit that though, because he's 17 now and too cool. But and so it's like more cool to be like good at video games and sports and things. But he's a very creative and pretty brilliant kid. Not that he'll ever admit it, but I will, because I'm his sister and I'm proud of him. I have a lot of role models. I have a lot of amazing people in my life. I that's something that like I consider myself so lucky. Like all my grandparents, I've gotten to know them throughout my life, which I feel so privileged. They're incredible people. I really truly am, and as most people are, a reflection of the people that are around them. But I feel so lucky that the people around me are incredible people, and I just aspire to be like them. This was super corny. This was so corny, but yeah, I love my family. I love my friends. I think that they're all incredible. Tesla asks me, what's my favorite type of rock? I know so many geology people, and they're gonna be so ashamed of me because I don't know a single like specific mineral type of rock. So I'd have to say my favorite kind of rock is rock music, specifically like 70s rock music. Val asked me, possums, thoughts? Possums are great. Possums are super cool, or opossums, or whatever. I know some people say opossum and some people just say possum. I think they're the same animal. If I'm not, correct me, but I think they're great. They're super cute. They're like giant trash rats, right?
Okay, ooh, it's not focusing. I'm streaming. This is so weird. It's like weird camera inception. But chat all says hello. Chat, see if you can find yourself in the vlog, which hopefully will either go up this weekend or next. Let's see. Oh, the mic stand is so in the way. Can you find yourself? Oh, and Milo is screaming. Hi, bud. Oh, now you can see the messy floor in the vlog. You all can see the messy floor in the vlog because I started recording Milo on it. All right. Hi, I'm gonna try to hold this as far as possible, but usually it doesn't work. The framing is just so close to my face. Anyway, last I saw this vlog, I was on stream. Wow, this is heavy. This is so heavy. How do people vlog? Probably with proper vlogging cameras. Anyways, yeah, last I picked up the vlog camera and was on stream, and that was such a wonderful time. I love streaming. It's so fun. We did some art. I drew an emote, did some packaging stuff for my shop. Yeah, and it was really, really great. So shout out to the stream. If you didn't know, I started Twitch streaming. At the point that my studio vlogs are at, since they're so far in the past, I don't feel like the YouTube's caught up to my real life. But yeah, I've been Twitch streaming for the past few weeks. It's wonderful. I love it. It's become one of my very, very favorite things to do. Jeez. Okay, I can't hold the camera anymore. It's so heavy. Okay, let's put it down. I'm just weak. Who let me be a YouTuber? Me? That was a bad idea. I shouldn't listen to anything I ever say. Alright, let's take the headphones off because I look awkward. Yeah, as I was saying, I just got off of stream. Or didn't just get off of stream. I got off stream hours ago. But according to the vlog, I've just gotten off of stream. I had a really nice dinner, Shabbat dinner with the fam since it's Friday. And then spent this evening finishing up the Twitch emotes that I started on stream, uploading those, and then drawing all the sub badges. So for all of my subscribe buds, I did nice, I think they're nice, I like them, sub badges. I made them into a GIF to like preview them on the Discord because you don't see sub badges for like a while. You get the first one and they develop month by month, and so I wanted everyone to see them and be able to look forward to them. So it starts as a little bud and it grows into a flower and the sun sets. Can you see this? Probably not, it's too bright. Okay, there we go. I see it adjusting. Yeah, look at that. Yay! So that's what I did this evening, as well as I basically did all the graphic stuff for Twitch. I added one more channel points reward, and then just spent the rest of the evening so far. I packaged a package I got from Radhia Rahman, who is Nav's Meow. Put her at right there. Yeah, she sent me some stuff. I ordered a bunch of stuff, and then she sent me some extra freebies, which was lovely. And so I just put the 2 prints that I got up on the wall, as well as I've been adding to my collection of like thank you notes and sticky notes and sticky notes and business cards. I taped them up above my desk over there. I don't know why I'm like just hugging this giant mailer. I've never seen a mailer this big, but I'm obsessed with it. I'm gonna hold on to it. And yeah, I just printed out my November printable from Cheyenne Barton. and was watching the new Jamie Green video. I watched Connor Miller's new video, which was incredible. For anyone, you'll be watching this on a Sunday, hopefully, which is hopefully this Sunday, the 15th. But Connor posted a video today, Friday, and it was an incredible video, basically thinking about the question, what is the future of work? And for me, it was one of the best videos I've seen in a really long time. It was so clarifying and reassuring as someone who is, I currently feel both extremely happy and excited about this like creative career I'm starting, but at the same time, incredibly nervous. No one in my family or that I know personally has ever really taken a creative path, an alternative path, and so my brain is so ingrained with hustle culture and the concept of needing a white-collar job and a high-paying job. Recently, I have become more and more aware that that's just not the path that I want to be on. And so watching Connor's video made me feel better about it, because it made me feel less alone in that, even though I've met so many people online who are doing that and have incredible online careers and incredible creative careers, doing illustration, doing graphic design, doing video production, whatever it is. I don't know any of those people personally, and so I've definitely, there's been a lot of self-doubt in the last few months about whether this is actually going to be something. And obviously, because the only people that I see are the people who are incredibly successful in doing this online, because that's what's available to me online, I've started trying to find and seek out smaller creators so I can kind of keep track of progress, both for myself and for them, because supporting other small creators is great. But it's definitely been this whole process of like doubting myself, not knowing whether my sales are going to come through, whether it was worth time investments in certain things and stuff like that. Connor's video is great. It was just so reassuring for me to watch, and I'm sure it will be for anyone else who's following this kind of career. He just synthesizes his process and the world in an incredible way. Anyway, this was originally a Q&A video, so I'm just going to pull up Discord because I have a few more questions to answer. So I had a list of questions from Mon. Actually, speaking of Mon, the biggest shout out to Mon. Mon sent me money through Ko-fi to buy Spiritfarer as a holiday gift, and that is so unbelievably kind, and it blows my mind, and I'm still freaking out about it. I kind of cried on stream. It was a little embarrassing, but yeah, anyways, this is a list of questions from Mon, who is, one of the most wonderful humans I have yet to meet in real life, but have met online, and someone I'm incredibly thankful for, because she brings light into my life, as does, all of my wonderful friends that I've met online and in real life. I love people and I love community. Anyway, Mon asks, how's your experience as an undergrad been so far? Tumultuous is a good way. I think that looking back each year, I have been a completely different person each year of my undergrad experience, and that's just, I chalk that up completely to the fact that I've been learning and growing a lot. So my freshman year, I did a lot of partying. I joined a sorority, and just in general, went full-blown into kind of college partying lifestyle. My second year, I think I really amped up my community involvement, and tried to basically get myself primed and ready to take on more leadership positions not this year, but last year for my junior year. I kind of left a lot of partying behind. I definitely still partied my sophomore year, but I spent more time, I had more intense classes. I also went through probably one of the worst mental health years of my life my sophomore year, and I had a really bad knee injury, so that was a lot. And then junior year was weird because I kind of had a semester and a half of junior year. It was great. I liked living, junior year was the first year I had an apartment, so I wasn't living in like kind of communal housing. My freshman year I lived in a dorm, my sophomore year I lived in a sorority house, and then apartment living really suited me. I loved it. I loved my roommates, they were great. And yeah, it was weird to have it cut short, and so far my senior year has been completely at home, and it feels a weird revert back to high school. However, I would say I'm a better person now than I was in high school. Yeah, high school me was kind of miserable. And I know this question wasn't about high school, but high school me was going through a lot of mental health stuff and not dealing with it very well. So I think that I've learned and grown a lot as a person. I think I'm a better daughter now. I think I'm a better family member now. I think I'm just a better sister and a better person in general. And so that's been different. And learning to interact with my parents, especially as an adult, very weird. School-wise, I also learned that I hate my major. I'm really grateful for, as I've said in this video, I'm really grateful for the toolkit that it gave me, but I hate my major. I think that if I was going to start again, which I won't, I don't like school. As a person, I don't like academics. It's just, it doesn't, the system doesn't work well for me. If I was starting again, I think from where I am now, I would definitely be pursuing graphic design, marketing, or illustration, because those are things I love a lot more than I love the field of industrial design. What got you interested in art? I answered this earlier, what got me started creating, but once again, it was childhood. Just being a kid, that got me interested in art because it's promoted a lot more throughout childhood than it is in your adulthood, and I just held on to it. Favorite food? Fruit is probably up there. Cheese is up there, even though I shouldn't eat dairy. It's really bad for me. It just like hurts. But yeah, fruit, cheese, any kind of laminated pastry. I love mac and cheese like a lot, and it hurts me a lot. I make a really good vegan mac and cheese though, so that keeps me under wraps. Favorite drink, alcoholic and non-alcoholic. Alcoholic drink would be a good crisp, dry cider, hard cider, and non-alcoholic seltzer. Really like seltzer, like a lightly flavored seltzer or a hot cup of tea. Like I love a good cuppa with just plain black tea, and I choose oat milk as my milk of choice, or milk-like beverage of choice, and then like half a teaspoon of sugar is my go-to. It's how I start my mornings, and then herbal teas as well. I love a good herbal tea. Favorite thing to bake? I really like making muffins. I don't like eating muffins that much, but I like making muffins a lot. And I like decorating cakes. So I like baking cakes to decorate cakes, or baking cupcakes to decorate them. I don't really care about eating them at all. I also make a really good caramel apple cupcake. So it's an applesauce cupcake with bits of kind of rehydrated soaked apples, and then a caramel frosting. That's really good. I would say that that's one of my favorite things to bake, just because people like them. My favorite things to bake are the things that other people like to eat, because I just like making other people happy. I'm such a people pleaser. It's like, down to my core, I'm a people pleaser, and so I just like making things that other people like. I really like baking for my boyfriend Jeffrey, because he has the biggest sweet tooth of anyone I've ever met, and it's always fun to see him get really giddy over baked goods. Book that changed your life? I guess a book that changed my life would be my favorite book, which is The Phantom Toll Booth by Norton Juster. It is just an incredible story. I think that the perspective in it is incredible. And also Roald Dahl books. I read a lot of Roald Dahl books when I was a little kid. I read the BFG, I kept tallies in it. That was so often I read it. I read it at least 16 times, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know where my old copy is right now. It's definitely on a bookshelf somewhere in this house. But of books that changed my life, it would be Roald Dahl and The Phantom Tollbooth, which are both kind of books that bridge the real world and the fantasy world, and I love that. I love the concept of walking between worlds of realism and surrealism. That is definitely a book that, those two are books that inspire me regularly. I think I have one more question before I go, and it is, where would you like to travel when COVID ends? The first thing I would like to do is go to Scotland and see my grandparents. I miss them greatly, so I would be heading their way as soon as COVID ends. That's my plan. That's all the questions that I got off of my Discord. If you want to connect with me on Discord and, you know, ask me questions, I answer them freely over there. I don't usually save them for a whole video. I did ask my lovely Discord buds to send me questions for this video. I've never done a day in my life vlog. I've never like filmed an entire day. I don't think I did a very good job at it, so we'll get better. Maybe we'll try to do these a little more often. But yeah, if you have any other questions for me that you'd like me to answer, leave them in the description box below. Not in the description box, the comments below. I'll put things in the description box. You put things in the comments. Goodness gracious. I will hopefully be updating my shop within the next week. The day that this is uploaded, which will be Sunday, November 15th, there will be like 2 or 3 products up in my shop. Everything else will be coming in iterations in kind of the following week from now. And I would say don't expect a video from me for another few weeks. I'm trying so hard to get back to a normal schedule, but the reality is I am very busy with school. And that has to be my priority. I cannot prioritize everything. I'm trying to learn that I'm a human with limits, and I cannot prioritize everything. Like, I have to put things on a hierarchical list. And as much as I don't like that, I have to. And it's exasperating, and it makes me feel guilty because I feel like I'm letting people down, but I'm trying to put my own needs and health and wellness first, and then school, and then other stuff. So, thanks for watching. Oh, I'll show you my wall of art stuff that's got new additions from Radhia and Cheyenne in just a second. I think that's all I've got. Once again, my, per usual, just thanks for being here. First and foremost, thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it and got to know a little bit more about me. Like, subscribe, comment, right? Is that what I'm supposed to say as a YouTuber? I don't know. I don't care. I would love to connect with you in the comment section. I'm trying to be better about replying to YouTube comments. I'm so bad at it. If you want to join the Discord, that's one of the easiest ways to reach me, is join our community over there. Cool? Okay. I'm gonna go now, and I will show you my wall of stuff, and then start uploading this footage to edit in a day. Why do I do this to myself? Oh no. Okay. Okay, bye. Bye. Oh goodness. Where's the button? There. Oh.